Hello and welcome to Game 3 of IdrA vs SeleCT in the ASUS ROG Stars Invitational Final. This is a best of 7 between IdrA and SeleCT. It's currently 1-1 after a series of two very quick games. One was 4 minutes and the other 8 minutes, with some very nasty early pressure from SeleCT. This is SeleCT's map choice as he lost the game on Metalopolis. Xelnaga Caverns obviously not a particularly great map for Zerg, especially IdrA noted for not liking it. IdrA in the bottom left hand corner of Xelnaga Caverns and SeleCT spawning in the top right hand corner. SeleCT just going for a supply depot as you do. I will just talk about the map quickly while this starting bit is going on. The third, very difficult to take for Zergs. You can take this, in which case you need to break through these rocks, or otherwise the enemy can get in, but you can't, which is kind of a bad thing when trying to defend an expansion. There is gold with rocks, obviously. Blizzard map design team, what would they be without rocks? This natural is particularly wide, if you see. There is quite a lot of things here. There's a bit of a creating two choke points here using this little cavern in the middle, but it's still, it's still very wide and very open. And also the secret hallway, which can be nasty if you don't scout it. A gas going down for SeleCT. So I believe we are going to see some Hellion play, a very popular build from Terrans, and the short map distance makes Hellions a good choice on this map. Putting 3 in gas there, and imagine as soon as we hit 100 gas here from SeleCT, we will immediately see a factory going down, followed by a reactor on that barracks, followed by a sweeper. And here we go, an SCV just going around there, trolling a bit, dropping a bit of a bunker, forcing some mining pulls. IdrA obviously not overreacting to this. If there were Marines there, he would have pulled more. But this bunker isn't going to complete. He's just going to cancel it before it gets destroyed so he doesn't lose it. 25 minerals for these 2 drones being pulled off mining for a little bit. Oh no, SeleCT's going to put it up a little bit. Ah, there we go, there's the cancel. So no big loss from either player. There's the factory. Did IdrA scout that? I'm pretty sure he might have done. Yep, he sees the factory. SeleCT obviously going ahead regardless. There's the reactor, takes about 50 seconds, and the factory about 35 seconds left, so we'll see both of these complete about the same time, and then we'll see the barracks float off, the factory go down, and double Hellion produce starting. So what we see after that is going to be interesting. I think we're going to see a command center, there we go, a reactor Hellion in to expand. I've seen many things from this Hellion play, it's pretty versatile. You can get a second Hellion producing reactor factory, or you can go get a second factory and put a tech lab on it and go for 3 at a time. All these Zerglings not going to get the base there, denied. IdrA obviously knows what's coming, he's seen this factory, he saw the reactor, so isn't going to be caught off guard by this. So he's dropping a couple of spine crawlers. On certain maps 1 would be enough, but on this map it's considerably more open, and obviously IdrA just doesn't want to go dying here. And first 2 Hellions coming out, and a tech lab going down on that. And I think we'll either see Stim or Combat Shield from this, and we'll see, there we go, there's Stim. And the command center going to be plopped down there and probably floated over to natural after it's been an orbital command. So a fairly standard opening here. These 2 Hellions putting a little pressure on, trying to deny this creep spread, and successfully managed to bring down that creep tumor, which will obviously deny IdrA a bit of this creep, and to make these queens a little bit less effective in countering these Hellion press. SeleCT doesn't need guaranteed damage with these Hellions, you can just use them to scout around a bit, pick off creep. He's definitely, well economied here. He has his command center on the way, and an orbital command on the way, in fact. He's just upgrading that to an orbital command, and probably afterwards he'll immediately drop that orbital command into this natural, and then start to move out. We see 2 barracks and a starport coming down for SeleCT. I imagine we'll see a reactor on one of these and a tech lab on the other one. or perhaps 2 reactors. And there's the command center for SeleCT being floated down here. Supply depot going down there. What we'll see on this starport will be definitely indicative. He could swap it with this factory if he doesn't want any more Hellions, or put a tech lab on it. Tech lab would indicate Banshees, which could be effective. Do we have IdrA having an evolution chamber yet? No. So IdrA delaying the evolution chamber a bit. No, we're going to see a reacted starport, which means we're going to see some medevacs, which means we can see some Hellions being dropped in to IdrA's base here from SeleCT. There's a single medevac. These 3 Hellions can be elevated up here. Obviously the defense is focused at the front here for SeleCT, for IdrA, sorry. So a drop into the main will be particularly effective. There's a few Zerglings here, and they will have speed, so he should be able to deal with it quite effectively. We have 2 gas and 2 gas, so that's 4 gas for IdrA, and this lair just coming in for IdrA as well, so I think we'll see an immediate spire. We'll see IdrA's famous Mutaling Bling style here today. 4 gas, very indicative of that. He'll want to be taking a third base pretty soon, so I would imagine him breaking through these rocks. Staying on 2 base is not a thing you want to do against Terran, who also has 2 bases. Terran's also, incredibly efficient with money in their bases. They have mules and orbital commands, obviously. Mules being very big, they produce quite a lot of stuff. And also their ability to planetary fortress up this gold here. He doesn't want that, and a little bit of a Zergling run by here, getting a bit of scouting information on the number of Hellions. I don't think he's seen that medevac. No, he hasn't, so that's still a surprise. I'd say he's probably expecting it though, as SeleCT is probably expecting this spire. A macro hatch going down for IdrA, and the spire is over here, and a Baneling nest, and researching Baneling speed. And these rocks starting to go down here, so we'll probably see a third. We do. This is a bit earlier than IdrA usually does it. I've watched a few TVZs from IdrA, and he usually takes the third and maybe even a fourth. But this map isn't particularly good for taking a fourth. And we see a little bit of a push here from SeleCT. Those medevacs. Oh no, there they are. And trying to do a bit of damage on this natural. This is a very, very nice timing from SeleCT. Obviously the Mutalisks aren't quite out yet, but these Banelings could do massive damage. Oh! Massive hit onto those Hellions. All the Hellions going down, but SeleCT's still got quite a substantial army here. It's 3 medevacs per 1 medevac per marine here, pretty much. Massive surround on those marines, but yes, those marines will be cleaned up. Oh! Hellions from the low ground. Oh, that's a nice strategy. If we can pick these queens off, that would be big, but we have 4 Mutalisks coming out here for IdrA. IdrA obviously vulnerable to this kind of timing as a result of investing most of his stuff into these Mutalisk production. There's 10 Mutalisks going down, and I don't think this is going to make it before these Mutalisks get over here. Can we see the Mutalisks? Yep, they're going to be flying, and these Lings are coming over here, but I don't think... And a tank! Oh, lovely. Obviously this is pretty much fortified, and that goes down. Just shooting at the lava there. Fair enough. Not going to complain. And here we see... they're walking past each other here. Oh, these Banelings. Oh, pretty big hits there from those Banelings. That tank's going to go down, and this army from SeleCT is going to get cleaned up. Obviously it won't survive that long. Oh, trying to drop out that medevac. Both medevacs go down, and everything is gone. Pretty good to trade there for IdrA, although IdrA does lack a third base, and there's a Hellion there with basically no hit points. IdrA does lack a third base, which he needs. I'd imagine him taking this third and this fourth in quick succession, but no, he has taken this incredibly risky extra base here. Obviously, I mean, there's nowhere near creep spread over here, and getting this army, I mean, Speedlings are pretty quick, Mutalisks are pretty quick, but still defending this isn't going to be the easiest thing in the world, especially if he gets spotted. At the moment he isn't spotted though, so no, he's fine. We have a command center for SeleCT, left as a command center, not upgraded to an orbital, so we'll probably see SeleCT go and break down these rocks and drop a planetary fortress. Obviously drop the command center. Here's the command center coming over. If he manages to take and hold this planetary fortress, it's going to be bad for IdrA. A Terran with the gold can just mule to their heart's content, and we see IdrA's Mutalisk here, seeing that those rocks going down, and seeing this, and going into this mineral line for a bit of harassment, and that missile turret is not going to complete. There it does. Having to back off as these Marines pull back. Obviously, this position is not perfect for SeleCT. He's going to have to leave some turrets here at the back, and these Marines are going to take a reasonable while to get back here. Putting a couple of missile turrets in the mineral lines here, and a bit of a push here from IdrA. Those Banelings basically doing no damage here, and this is going to get cleaned up. And IdrA GG's. IdrA GG's. I guess he was in a bad position. He does have these Mutalisks which he could harass with, but this gold base is up. And I guess he is on 3 base to a Terran who is 3 base and has the gold. Losing that 3rd base was very, very bad. So what's going to happen now is IdrA obviously getting the choice of the next map, which is Tal'Darim Altar. A very good large macro map, so hopefully the games will be a little bit longer than these. I don't know when they'll be up. These are going up today, which is Thursday, I believe. I'll aim to get up the rest of the matches of this series by tomorrow, but I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to cast them, upload them, and encode them. Not in that order. So it really depends. So this is a best of 7. Just before I leave, a best of 7 between EG's IdrA and SeleCT.